Hey everybody, it's Brett, your thankful carnivore. It's August 13th, Tuesday morning, and this is today's Thankful Carnivore Report. It's so good to be with you all. I appreciate folks who check me out across all my social media at thankful.carnivore on Instagram. You can catch me on Twitter where the meat-eating savages run wild. It's Stickman Bleeding. It's STICKMANBLEEDIN. You can find me on Facebook at Thankful Carnivore, and the website is artlife.us. Good morning, Squishy. How you doing, people? I haven't done a Periscope for a few days. A, because I had to work, and B, Periscope has not been very helpful lately. It hasn't been saving my periscopes to the camera roll, and when that doesn't happen, then I have to make another video to share with the folks on Instagram, and I don't always have time to do that. So we're taking a chance today, hoping that Periscope comes through for us. Listen, speaking of coming through for you, I've seen in my own life, I've got a high school friend. She 14 and a half year cancer survivor, and just last week she was diagnosed with a form of leukemia, and it's not looking good. We've got some brothers and sisters in the carnivore community who their loved ones have been diagnosed with cancer. They're going through cancer treatments. They've recently had the surgery. They they're on they're in the middle of the cancer journey, and it's hard on the family members. It's hard on everybody, not just the patient. First off, if you find yourself in this situation, do not despair. Do not despair. I encourage you to check out the Human Performance Outlier podcast. A recent episode, a young man who's been living for 6 years with inoperable brain cancer, and he's functioning at a high level. He's thriving on a ketogenic carnivore diet. What we do know is that cancer cells have a lot more glucose receptors on them than regular cells do. So if we're not giving the cancer cells any extra glucose to feed and grow on, well, you could figure that out. Listen, it's important that when life throws these kinds of things at us, that we remain responsive and not become reactive. Because emotions can run very high. I mean, it's your loved one, it's your mom, your husband, your wife, your child, your cousin, your lifelong friend. These are stressful situations, but it is extremely important as we go through these whirlwinds of life that we understand we're no use to any of our loved ones if we're not taking care of ourselves. And, wearing yourself down to a nub, causing yourself extra anxiety, maybe setting your cortisol levels on a dangerous path that you don't really want to go down. Think about it. We know now from heart studies that stress has a negative impact on our heart health. So, we have to be calm, we have to be thoughtful, and we have to be responsive. And one of the things I think is so important is that we stay positive and real about the situation. We can do so much medically, but we can do so much more through nutrition. So, instead, doctors tendency outside of the low carb keto community, doctors tend to bring up a ketogenic diet after radiation, after chemo, which never made sense to me. Why the hell wouldn't you just start that right the first day of diagnosis? So if a loved one or yourself gets a cancer diagnosis and you're not already on a ketogenic diet or they're not, please make it happen. There's tons and tons of research and information on the internet about this. This is not just a fad niche kind of carnivore thing. I mean, it's been known for quite a while that a ketogenic diet, people come through chemo without suffering the horrible side effects on the ketogenic carnivore way of eating. Think about it. If you're not consuming toxins, your body is better able to defend itself from the cancer. It's not rocket science. So keep these things in mind and never doubt the power of positive thinking. Never doubt the power of prayer. And also be willing to accept there are many things that are just out of our control. We're all going to die someday. I pray it's not today for any of us. But that's just the cycle of life. And I find at age 58, as the number of my sands in my hourglass are lessened, that it no longer frightens or terrifies me, especially since I began eating meat and drinking water. I'm going to enjoy the days I have. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to deal with what life throws at me with a smile on my face and joy in my heart. And I encourage each and every one of you to try to do your best to do the same thing. Even at the saddest time, there's going to be something to celebrate. Don't ever doubt it. It just requires some honesty. Listen, I want you all to eat your meat, drink your water, have a beautiful day. Don't sweat the small stuff. And always remember, be thankful. Hopefully I'll see you folks on Periscope tomorrow. Take care.